What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to take your business to the next level. So I've been having a ton of guys having a tremendous amount of success with the information that we teach within Local Domination, as well as here on the channel. But the biggest issue that guys have kind of come across is what are some of the next steps we need to take to continue to grow our businesses. So once the lead flow issue has kind of been solved, how do we get off the phones and into our work? So because of this, I brought in an expert on the matter, Mr. Charlie. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, Justin. Charlie Felker here from Free to Grow. Pleasure being on with you. Think really highly of you and what you're building, and just thrilled to get in front of people that listen to you frequently, such as me. So thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. You are an expert in the matter, so I figured I'd bring you in. What's the biggest issue that you see in the service industry right now?
I think that's a great question, Justin. And, kind of start with more about what we do at Free to Grow. I started the Free to Grow, the business, with a good friend of mine about a year ago. And the impetus behind Free to Grow was really built on frustrations that I had with a construction business that I was an owner operator of for 4 to 5 years. I sold the business about a year ago and really had a difficult time with office management and service management. And I'm sure we'll touch on some of those things today, but handling phone calls, handling leads, getting leads scheduled, managing dispatching crews, invoicing customers, outbound sales calls, collection calls, that kind of gamut of services were a big challenge for me. And so when I sold the business, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tackle this with my business partner, and we are. And I think the problems that we see on a daily basis with our clients are probably safe to say universal with a lot of home service companies. Picking up the phone while you're on a job site, scheduling leads when they call in. We all know how important that is. When you pay for a lead and they call your number, you've got to capture that lead immediately. So those are services that we're adding immediate value to our clients.
Absolutely. I have a buddy, Tim, that was doing some solar panel cleaning, and we got his lead flow up so high that he was booked out every day. Well, the thing is that the leads are still coming in while you're doing the work, and so you can't answer them. So I could definitely see how this service would be beneficial. In the process of growing your business, when do you think the ideal time for guys to kind of move in this direction would be?
Another good question, Justin. And there's always a good time to reach out to us. We see a lot of home service companies that, I don't want to say a bad habit, but they try to force their current situation for as long as possible. Before they make a change. They wear too many hats. And, before they know it, their income statement's a mess, their financial management's a mess, they're missing phone calls, that's getting reflected in bad Google reviews, et cetera. So if you can you need to have some foresight. You need to say, you know what, I'm willing to kind of take this off my plate and focus on the core business. I will say that the really good home service companies that we see, one, the owner operator got into that specific industry to do tree care, lawn care, pest control, power washing, et cetera. They didn't necessarily get into that to do customer service 9 to 5 or follow up lead calls, which is what we do. So certainly there's feel free to reach out to us at any time. We can kind of explore your current situation. Love to learn more about what people are doing out there and how we can help them get to the next level and how they can focus more on their core business.
Right. So from your perspective, you kind of saw guys getting in their own way, like you said, wearing too many hats, because there's so many different pieces that go into your business. And when you're first starting out, it's a little bit different than when you're really trying to scale. So that's kind of how I see the benefit with you guys, is you allow people to scale much quicker. But can you give us an example of a company that made a switch to a service that you provide and the type of growth that they were able to achieve by doing so?
Yeah, I can give you 2 good examples, and these are certainly success stories. We signed on with a local general contractor probably about 9 months ago. It's a father-son team. We think the world of them, but they were a great example. They were out in the field all day. Certainly missing phone calls. Their lead follow-up was choppy. they'd kind of get to it when they get to it. And, even if you're losing just, 10% or you're gaining 10% of those clients that you're following up with, that can translate into a lot of money. So what we did is we handle all their phones. We're handling their CRM system. We're handling, client leads and getting that client scheduled and lead follow-ups. And it's been an incredible partnership. If they were on, I think they'd tell you the same thing. They're ecstatic. Their revenue's growing. Sales bookings is picking up. Google reviews is going up. So it's really the whole systematic line, so to speak, of, all the touch points that we add along the way and how that translates to our client success. So that's kind of a good example. We work a lot with a tree care franchise called Monster Tree Service. We currently support 4 different Monster Tree locations. A little bit slightly different, obviously different industry, but the same rules apply. We're handling their phones, we're dispatching their arborists, their sales arborists, we're getting them on the schedule, we're doing customer service, invoicing, Google reputation management. We're soliciting, positive customers for Google reviews, and just in our St. Louis location, we went from, when we started with them last quarter, we went from 40 Google reviews to now we're at 62 when I checked this morning. And obviously success begets success. So they're getting a better reputation locally, customer service is improved, and it's just a win-win. So that, and the Monster Tree partnership has really started in St. Louis and has expanded to different markets. But those are 2 good examples for you.
Wow, I think that's tremendous that you're kind of taking that piece away from them. Like you mentioned, Google reviews are absolutely tremendous. Everyone needs them, but the follow-up is always a hard piece. So the fact that you guys are able to provide that, just when they're on the job, they can be in their work and they don't have to be, answering the phone. And I just think you offer a tremendous service. Now, when people hear about you, what are some of the biggest misconceptions about this type of service that you guys do provide?
Yeah, well, 2 things. We're certainly not a call center, and we're certainly not a virtual assistant. Call centers are going to stick to a certain script and, limit their time on the phone with a client. Typically name, address, phone number. Okay, thanks, bye-bye. And a virtual assistant is not a problem solver, at least not in my opinion. And we immediately did, kind of disqualify. We're not a call center, or we're not a virtual assistant. So if you wanted to call us, a service management company or an operations management company, that's more in line with what we do. So we have a very thorough onboarding process. We're going to get to know your business, and we want you out in the field doing what you're best at. And we handle the one hat, which is office management. So again, we're certainly not a call center. There's elements of what we do that could apply to that, such as answering the phone and collecting customer information, but we take it several steps further. We're the entire, back office process.
Absolutely. Do you guys offer specific things? Is it a package deal? Are there different tiers that people can go with?
Yeah, we see, good question. We see several tiers. Our Monster Tree Service clients are typically gonna fulfill the whole package, so to speak, from the call management through the scheduling and dispatching, to CRM management, to invoicing and collections. But then we have clients that just want to handle, we just handle the phone management, and we'll take customer calls and help them manage their CRM. The thing about CRM, and I went through this when I was an owner operator, is it's garbage in, garbage out. So having somebody that's, there during your office hours to even at the simplest level to take a call and to update that customer information. So when you get home after work, all that stuff is already taken care of. That's critical information to consistently update. But yes, we have a variety of packages that we offer clients.
Excellent. So it's not necessarily a one size fits all. It's as you mentioned, you get to learn this person's business and you kind of develop something that's unique to them. So I think
Yeah.
that's awesome.
To kind of continue with Monster Tree is, we started off in a limited capacity. They got extremely comfortable with, us being virtual, us being, not co-located with them. And before you know it, they start to pass off as they get more comfortable, different job functions that we're now fulfilling.
So in what ways is your team kind of growing and evolving to provide more value to service-based businesses? Where do you see you guys going in the future?
Well, that's a good question. And right now we have 3 what we call growth partners. That's our office staff. And we're supporting franchise businesses and non-franchise businesses, and we're building a team around both those different buckets, so to speak. I do think at the end of the day, we're going to be able to provide our clients a lot of consistency. You're going to be talking to the same one or two people in our office for your business. And again, that's a key distinction between us and a call center. A call center, a client calls in, there could be one of 30 different people that answer that phone. When a client calls in with Free to Grow, they're going to be talking to one or two people. And another positive for our clients is that, we're building a bench around your business. So no sick days, no, hey, we're going to be 2 hours late today. Hey, we're taking the week off to go to Florida. There's going to be none of that. And again, that goes back to us just wearing the one hat of being, your virtual office management provider. And we take that, incredibly seriously, so you can go focus on your core business.
Absolutely. I could see how this would be very, very beneficial for anyone trying to scale, anyone trying to grow their business. You guys kind of take a lot off of their plate, and as you said, when somebody's finished with work for the day, they're finished with work for the day because you guys have kind of handled it. You've already scheduled the call or already scheduled the quotes for the next day. I just think it's beautiful what you guys are doing. So we're going to wrap this up here. Do you have any final words or any information you want to give about how guys can kind of get in touch with you and learn more about your company?
I do. I would encourage any owner operator to reach out to us. We've got a great website. It's www.free-to-grow.com, free-to-grow.com. Our goal is to help you grow your business. I'm a big proponent, especially having built this business, that you've got to really focus on your core business and outsource everything else. And so when you consider outsourcing, your office management and service management, we hope we're the provider of choice. So certainly check us out online. It's always a good time to reach out to us. You can also call me directly or email me at charlie@free-to-grow.com. charlie@free-to-grow.com.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to leave a link. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description. It's going to be to all Mr. Charlie's information. As you guys can see, this is a very valuable service that he offers. Really could help you take your business to the next level. So be sure to check out those links. Be sure to get in contact with them. And as well as Free to Grow is going to waive some of the onboarding fees whenever you guys get in contact with them, kind of learn more. And you mentioned that, you saw this on the channel. So Mr. Charlie, every video I have a word of the day. What would you like the word of the day to be?
Persistence.
Persistence is the word of the day. If you guys made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment down below persistence, and I'll hashtag you a real one. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. Until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.